Hey, salute to the Angry Black Man Media Squad. It's your man, Chief Sark G. Just want to come holler at y'all right quick. Social media buzzing right now, man, because what took place at the Oscars. Will Smith walked on stage, seemingly slapped Chris Rock, and then told him to keep his wife's name out of his fucking mouth twice on live TV. Now, I was sitting here, Sunday, my gaming night, man, it's my day to relax, and I started to see everybody buzzing about it on Twitter and Instagram. Me personally, I don't tune into the Oscars and none of them little award shows, but when I went and I watched the video, the shit, I wasn't sure if it was real, wasn't sure if it was a joke or what, you know what I'm saying? Because when Chris Rock made the little joke, at first Will Smith was laughing, but it seemed like Jada Pinkett didn't think it was funny. You know what I'm saying? And then after Chris Rock was about to go to his next joke, Will came on stage and he walked up there and he did slap the shit out of Chris Rock. And it was like, what the fuck is going on? Of all the shit that Will Smith got going on in his life surrounding this woman with the whole, entanglement situation and all of the stories coming out about them having an open marriage and threesomes and she's sleeping with different women and he having the whole, running himself through the whole roster of all of the celebrity females in Hollywood. It was like, what the fuck did Chris Rock say that would have you slap this man in front of everybody? And at first I was mad because Will Smith, you ain't no gangster. You ain't no hardcore cat to be slapping nobody. You know what I'm saying? And then of all the people that you could slap, you're going to slap a black man, a black producer, a black, a host of a show like that. If it was somebody different, if it was a Ryan Seacrest or, who's the white dudes that get to host these shows? I don't know, the cat that make Family Guy. If one of them was hosting and made a joke about your wife, you wouldn't go on stage and slap them. So the shit really had me mad. But I started doing a little looking into it, and it come to find out that Jada Pinkett Smith has alopecia. And alopecia is a condition that a lot of black women deal with where their hair doesn't grow. And if you go back and you look at the clip, when he makes the joke about the G.I. Jane 2, Jada Pinkett's head is bald at this award show, which means she's rocking her natural hair. And if you go look at the movie G.I. Jane, I think it was Jada Pinkett Smith was in it, but also it was Demi Moore. Maybe getting the movies confused. She had the bald head. And then it got me to thinking, well, maybe Will Smith thought that Chris Rock was making a joke about her bald head. And if that's the case, then Will Smith, I can understand him being upset and being angry. But still, you don't go up on stage and slap nobody in the middle of an award show if it's not somebody who you either A, don't respect, or B, think you can whoop their ass. If it was The Rock that was presenting up there, Will Smith wouldn't have did shit. He would have sat there and looked stupid. You know what I'm saying? If it was somebody who he thought would whoop his ass, he wouldn't have went and said shit. He'd have waited till the commercial break and went backstage and be like, hey, man, that was kind of, it wasn't nice what you said about my wife, but the fact that it's Chris Rock, you feel what I'm saying? He think that he can slap on him, and that's some real hoe-ass shit. Like I said, for everything that Will Smith done been through in the past 2 years with this woman, all the embarrassing details that she released about their sex life, the embarrassment he had to suffer, everybody knowing that his wife was fucking a cat that was their kid's age, that they moved into their house, you know what I'm saying? For all of the conversations she done had about Tupac and how she loved Tupac and wished that he never died, like all the embarrassing shit that this bitch has done and said about you publicly, you gonna slap Chris Rock about a bald head joke? Like, that's some real hoe ass shit. And it just goes to show that black men have a problem with black men. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you felt like Chris Rock made an insensitive joke, the right course of action is not to slap him in front of the world. The right course of action is to go behind stage and put him aside and say, hey, man, that was a really sensitive joke you made about my wife, man. You know what I'm saying? When the show is over, I want you to apologize. Or hell, your next set, go out there and say, hey, y'all, I'm sorry I made an insensitive joke about Jada Pinkett, but you don't march out there in front of everybody and slap a cat and then go off and scream, you know what I'm saying, scream on him from the sidelines, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Like, you ain't say that to August Alsina. You ain't say that to the other niggas that she been fucking. You feel what I'm saying? Like, why would you say that shit to Chris Rock? Then the nigga won the Academy Award for his portrayal of, you know what I'm saying, Richard Williams, the Williams sisters' father. And he came up there crying, talking about how, you know, he been through a lot and you go through so much in this industry. Nah, fuck all that, bro. Chris Rock, your brother. Chris Rock, a man that's in that same industry with you, that suffer them same things. You know what I'm saying? If you go slap on him, I'm giving Will Smith the benefit of the doubt that he thought it was a bald joke. And he defended his wife for her alopecia and being bald-headed. Because if you look at it, like I said, go back and look at the clips. She for sure bald-headed. And I ain't never really seen her looking bald-headed like that. She been wearing a little short, you know what I'm saying, knee long hair for a little minute, but I ain't know she was bald type shit. So maybe he felt offended by that. But he laughed at the G.I. Jane joke, which means that his only reason for being upset was that Jada Pinkett upset. Which means that him going up there and slapping Chris was, she put the battery in his back like, you gonna let him make fun of my bald head? And then you gonna go slap on a grown-ass black man, another black man in that industry that y'all in, one of the few black men in the room, you gonna slap on that man in front of the whole nation? That shit ain't acceptable, man. That's some real hoe-ass shit. I would have loved to see if it was The Rock up there, or, you know what I'm saying, some cat that Will Smith know is not going to maintain his professionalism in a moment like that. Salute to Chris Rock, man, for standing in there like a man. And for smiling and laughing this shit off and for keeping the show going. But if it's anybody else, I say if it was Kevin Hart might have stole off on him. It would have been out, the show would have came to an end. You know what I'm saying? But that was some real whole shit Will Smith did, man. I don't want to get into the personal life of him and his wife. I done made videos about this Will Smith and Jada Pinkett situation. And that brother for sure has suffered a lot. He done been through a lot trying to stand behind a hoe. You feel what I'm saying? But he went out real bad tonight. And I think that might be the end for Will Smith in terms of his career. You know what I'm saying? Because you just don't do that. You don't do that, especially not to a brother. You go to them kind of shows, you know, them opening monologues, they're going to tell their little jokes, they're going to make their little, poke their little fun. And you don't get bent out of shape like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's sad to see. I feel bad for Chris Rock. I don't feel bad for Jada Pinkett at all. I don't feel bad for Will Smith. But yeah, maybe I'm just an angry black man. I don't know what I'm talking about. Y'all let me know. Salute to the Angry Black Man Media Squad. It's your man, Chief Sock G. I'll holler at y'all.